How are we doing all? It's just Stipe back here to do another product review. For today, I have picked to review a pump formula. It's by a company I've used many of their products. They're one of the most reviewed companies now, and they've kind of built their way up to what was a couple of years ago, mainly known for the hardcore stim junkie element. The years before that, it was like a underground kind of company, and if you knew supplements, you knew of them. And right now they've kind of ascended to the jack of all trades, cover every single fucking, from nootropics, fat burners, etc. They kind of do everything, and they're also one of the most well-known brands now. I think it's by fair effort as well, because they've been just designing new products non-stop and building up on what they already have. And that is Apollon Nutrition's Bareknuckle. This is the fourth version. I have never tried any of the other Bareknuckles. Admittedly, the last one didn't really interest me in terms of the ingredients panel. I'm sure it was a good product. It just didn't interest me. This one, on the other hand, when I looked at what the ingredients are, I was like, this is a must-have for me. Just whenever I see arginine nitrate, NO3T at 3 grams with agmatine sulfate there as well, you're speaking my language. Those are like the best ingredients to me for pumps mixed together, plus an array of other things. Now, I'm going to go through the flavor first. If you've ever seen any of my reviews on Apollon, their flavors are fucking garbage. No sugarcoating it. I don't get paid to do any of these reviews. I don't really care if any boss or anyone gets angry at me. The flavors were awful. Assassin was that pineapple, whatever it was for Assassin 6, was one of the worst flavors I've ever tried. I tried Assassin 6.5 once. That was a limited edition version. That was pretty bad as well. Their blood, what was it? Fucking Hooligan and Assassin mix up together. I can't remember the name of it, the version one. It had this cherry one, which, boy, that was rough. And then I think Hooligan was just, their strawberry was not good. The more you had it, the more you're like, man, I really don't want to have this. This is the first product I've had of Apollon Nutrition where it's actually a good product in terms of taste. The sour apple, I enjoyed. I've had absolutely no issues with. I've had 2 people, my partner and then one other friend of mine, tried, and they both enjoyed it. That's 3 for 3 in terms of people. I'm a big sour apple fan, so I will admit that straight up. But, it was just no dramas at all. I think exactly the amount that they suggested to serve it with as well. You could lower that a little bit if you like more of a sour apple taste. It does feel a bit watered down if you have it with too much water. Now, the scoops serving of this it's a 40-20, and it is kind of like a legitimate 40-20. I don't think for the most part you need 2 scoops of this, because with Apollon Nutrition, they tend to overload their ingredients. It's a 24 gram, sorry, it's half scoop, full scoop, not 1 scoop, 2 scoop. I'm just so used to saying that. 1 scoop is 24 grams, so it's a big fucking serving. It's not the biggest you'll ever see, but for a pure pump formula, that's pretty huge. Let's go through the ingredients. You've got L-citrulline at 8 grams. That's your most standard pump ingredient ever. That's a hefty amount of pure L-citrulline. Then you got beta-alanine at 3,200 milligrams. That's the clinical dosage. People can say it's for the endurance and this and that. We want the tingles. That's what it's really for. Don't hit me with I need 3,200%, because nobody's really using this. At least 99% of people aren't substituting for beta when they're not working out. Then you got arginine nitrate, NO3T at 3 grams. Huge serving of NO3T. That is one of the strongest pump formulas I've ever tried, ingredients wise. You got betaine anhydrous at 2,500. I love betaine. I like it anywhere between 2 to 5 grams. I think at 5 grams it's perfect. You got L-tyrosine at 2 grams. You got agmatine sulfate at 1.5 grams. My favorite all-time pump ingredient. I just find it makes me look veiny and just tight. And then we got lion's mane extract at 1 gram. Love lion's mane. Just one of the best nootropics, especially when it's blended in with so many other good ones. Alpha GPC, you got that at 600 milligrams, great serving. Then you got Himalayan pink salt at 300 milligrams, great way to round up and keep you hydrated as well. It does help with pumps. It also helps with hydration. I prefer it for the hydration element because I think often people going to the gym get super sweaty and they don't substitute the lack of salt or the sodium that the body kind of gets rid of. And then you got estrogen at 50 milligrams just to help shut everything in. The ingredients list is really fucking good, like really, really good on this one. I sometimes have an issue with Apollon Nutrition's ingredients list. Like sometimes I just don't get it. An example of that was their Hooligan. Great product at half a scoop, but then it also kind of at half a scoop, you want more of the nootropics and more of the pump. At full scoop, it just logically doesn't make sense to me. It's like fucking, I think it was 650 milligrams of caffeine for a daily driver. I mean, like who's that really for? Like who on a daily workout schedule is completely cool with taking 600 plus milligrams of caffeine a day? You know, that's not including your coffees, your this, your that. I just think it's overboard. But this to me is like a perfect panel of ingredients. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just right. Now, I've tried this 4 times for 4 leg sessions. I tried it at half scoop once, 3/4 the second time, and then a full scoop the last 2 times I used it. And I'll probably actually be using it later today or later tonight. If I'm being honest with you, to me, this is the best product Apollon Nutrition has ever come out with. This is the most perfect product they've ever come out with, the most well-balanced, the most understanding product. And what I mean by that is, as I mentioned before with Hooligan, it had that problem. I think Assassin, the flavor was just so fucking bad. And I haven't tried Assassin 7.0, but you know, the flavor of Assassin 6 was so bad that I didn't see why I would pick that over another Stim Junkie that had good flavor, same effects. This one kind of covers everything. It's not over the top. And the main standout of this is the complete pump package that you get. You get tight with veins and you feel watery and buff as well. And this is coming from somebody that did it for legs. So I haven't been able to train upper body, and often pump formulas I don't notice on my legs, whether I took them or not. You really notice this. I mean, I was getting veins in my like teardrop area. My calves were pumped and just full. And you know something's a fucking high level pump formula when carrying around plates to do squats and other activities gives you an insane forearm pump. I mean, it's just otherworldly. And like being honest with you, I don't even think there's much of a need to full scoop this. I think at 3/4 is just perfect, which leads me to the second point. This is unbelievably good as a non-stimmed nootropic. I've only ever truly tried another non-stimmed nootropic pump formula where the nootropics were standouts, and that was Alpha Lion Pump. I thought of that as the greatest pre-workout pretty much of all time that's non-stimulant. This is right up there with it. This is as good as that. It's a really like you fucking flip a coin and you pick. That's how good this product is. Yeah, look, I have a pretty high standard with Apollon because Robic talks a big game, you know, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. He's just very much a hard worker and he believes in his products. I can see why you would believe in this. I just don't see anyone who likes pump formulas or non-stim formulas that will try this and be like, you know what, it's not that good. It's phenomenal. I haven't tried the other flavors, so I can't give you an answer. The root beer one sounded interesting, so I think that's pretty cool. But look, every single time, even at half scoop that I took this, it felt fantastic. My friends that have tried this and my partner loved it. There's not one bad thing I would say about it. If it could be a little bit cheaper in Australia, yes, that would be nice, but I understand this is an American product and only so many companies here actually have Apollon Nutrition. But I mean, man, will I be buying this again? Most likely. And I mean, I've got too many pump formulas and I barely have to use them anyways. But yeah, there's just nothing bad you could say about this product. I was genuinely blown away. Before this, I had their Chaos. It's probably my overall favorite supplement that Apollon had made, the version 3, I want to say. And it was just, like a very good fat burner that did everything nice. But this has taken it over in terms of the best Apollon product. If this is what they're coming out with in terms of the future, I really want to try more of their shit. So yeah, look, you're going to like this. Simple as that. All right, hope you enjoyed that review. I'm out. Peace.